Hey everybody, it's Big Dog again here. Um, just want to do this as a quick reminder for you guys that if you're liking the content, like the video, comment and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Lets me know you like what I'm doing. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, on with the show. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? It is your man Big Dog here. Welcome to episode 184 of Doghouse, baby. There we go. I lost my sound effects. Or I lost my place with my soundboard for a bit. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you're whether or not you're live in the chat or you're just watching this on your own time, that's okay. You're watching, I appreciate it. I'm happy you're here. Whether you're here live or not. So, thank you to you guys, and for you guys, you get these. You get the sue. Thank you, Ronaldo. Anyway. Today, first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about Black Ops 6. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen me on stream, but recently I've been playing a bit of the Black Ops 6 beta on PC. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a caveat. I've been playing it on PC, and I'll be honest with you. I think, in my opinion, I think the Black Ops 6 beta, or at least what I've played of it, is all right. It's all right. I mean, it's not the best COD ever, in my opinion, and quite frankly, I don't think we're ever going to get a COD as good as, let's say, Black Ops 2, because that Call of Duty was by far the best COD, one of the last great Call of Duty games, in my opinion. Like, I've played COD 4. I haven't played World at War, but I heard that was pretty good. I've played COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, which was my start in the COD craze, which I actually absolutely loved. Modern Warfare 3 I played. It was okay, not great. What was another one I played? Yeah, Black Ops 2. Ghost I played. I didn't love that game. I played Advanced Warfare. It was okay. And I'm not going to mention all of them, but to be honest with you guys, you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but if I get the chance to buy Black Ops 6, or if I end up getting a free copy somehow, I'm going to take it and I'm going to play it. Now, that does not mean I am going to completely scrap my playthrough of Black Myth Wukong, because I also love that game too. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing that tomorrow because I do have some plans. I'm muting my mic. Like an idiot. So, that being said, let's get into today's first topic. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about me, I wasn't always a PC gamer. I know what you're thinking. Are you serious? We always thought you were a PC god. Nope. I used to be a console guy. And to a degree, I am still a bit of a console guy. I have my PS5 right next to one of my main monitors. Just chilling there. He's enjoying himself. Yeah. So I do occasionally play console games, and I occasionally play PC games. I don't game as much as I like to because I do have a full-time job and I do this too. But anyway, recently Sony announced their PS5 Pro, and it didn't go. Who am I kidding? It didn't go well, and I'm going to show you guys why. Now, I pulled up the technical presentation by Mark Cerny. We're going to watch this in its entirety, and I'm going to be obviously pausing in between it because I don't want to get hit with copyright. But yeah, let's see what we got. Now, I'm gonna preface this. I did not watch this beforehand. I just watched a bunch of videos talking about this, so I know a few things, but I don't know everything that went on.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup.
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like one of those like video game not announcers, like one of those video game narrators. Like the minute I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh no!"
PlayStation 5 Pro and how it advances gaming technology.
All right.
First, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5.
Son of a bitch, that fly.
Exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5.
Okay.
High-speed, complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds.
Yeah, because you could barely get the damn thing with all the chip shortages that were happening during 2020. Yeah, you guys didn't think I forgot about that. I hope not.
And frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second.
Yeah, it depends on the game you're playing.
PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panorama.
I did love this game, by the way. Ghost of Tsushima. It's a really good game.
Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including explore.
Go back.
Ray tracing allows.
Ironically, I just finished Jedi Survivor. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's an okay game, but it had a lot of technical problems.
Dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. Custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transition.
I'm not gonna lie, this does not look that great. I wonder why. Hang on a minute.
Between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
Played this game too, by the way.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of
this is Demon's Souls Remastered.
With audio so real, you may not even need
Returnal.
to know.
Eric played this game. I wonder what he thought about it. If he would recommend me getting it.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game.
That was an Xbox exclusive.
Variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes.
Okay.
Difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.
Is it just... Go back. Is it just me, or... I don't see... Never mind. Never mind. I didn't see much of a difference, to be honest.
When asked to decide on the mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer.
Okay.
To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the big 3.
Alright.
First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware.
Hey, Blast God's here. What's up, bro? What's up? iPhone 15 Pro Max plus 5G got released. I did you with this, but
Who the hell cares?
sorry, I don't. I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm sorry.
Spectral super resolution.
Oh, that's a
PSSR for short.
that's a mouthful.
PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles. And
Okay.
with the big three involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second.
I don't know.
Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5.
No. I'm just saying the iPhone 16 isn't even a proper upgrade. Oh, yeah, I figured as much. Anyway, get back to this. I don't know about you guys, but I am not seeing a big difference here. Are you guys? Because from where I'm sitting, this looks very similar.
Which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Yeah, exactly.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Okay. When we look here, there's a bit of a difference.
For a broad set of
Like here, there's a bit of a difference. Not like you can see this a little more clearly, but not by much. So
including Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
this was a decent game, by the way. By the way, check out my review of the game.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation.
Again, not that noticeable in my opinion.
5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus
I don't know if I agree with that statement, but
both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5.
again, I'm not seeing much of a difference here. I'm seeing a slight difference here, looking at it up close, but not much to justify the price, and
This, my
we'll see the
favorite,
price.
is the
Well,
parade
you'll see why.
in Ratchet and Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here,
Again, not by
you
much.
see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Okay, here you can see a bit of a difference.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the big three showing their value.
Larger GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI driven. Oh, can we stop with the whole AI bullshit, please? Like,
As you
it's
can
getting
see,
annoying.
Machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate.
Nah.
Approaches as there are game engine.
I mean, also think about it. Not other company is putting competition to Sony. Yeah, you're kind of right. So they don't have to be pricing that competitively and risk getting losses.
The increase in raw GPU power.
I don't know, because from what I'm hearing, Sony can't really afford to lose that much right now.
Especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
I didn't play that game.
Retracing is
I heard it
fine
was
for
okay.
usage as well, particularly
The
where
PS5 is
the
losing money on game.
graphics
That's true.
The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay.
Now, I heard this game was riddled with microtransactions. Is that true?
While continuing to support their target.
Somebody can confirm that. That'd be great.
That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better
Oh, I still haven't played this game. Actually, no, I played it, but I haven't finished it. An answer to your previous statement is the fact it's priced $700.
Reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces.
Okay.
But also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever
Microtransactions for a racing game. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true though.
built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Okay. I gotta mute this because it's probably copyrighted. Thanks a lot, Sony, for that. Okay, I guess you can. I guess I could just talk. Last and I can. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This doesn't look terrible, but I don't know if it's. What is this? Final Fantasy? Yep, Final Fantasy. They are old titles, so it's not the best comparisons. That's fair. I mean, it does look slightly clearer, but again, not enough to justify the price, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Maybe more new shit. I mean, how much new shit is coming out for this console, though? Let's be real. Oh, Assassin's Creed. Okay, fine. A game that's multi-platform. Venom. Yep. The game that I haven't finished, Gran Turismo, which we were just talking about. What is this? What is it? Stellar Blade? I don't know. Demon Souls, I think. Alan Wake, maybe. We definitely ain't getting pissed. Alright.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I don't know about this. I really don't know about this. Xbox 2 or anything soon. Nah, that's not coming till like 2027, maybe. At the earliest. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Alright, is that it? Are you kidding me? You've got like at least almost a minute's worth of dead air. Are you nuts? Whatever. So, yeah. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, it looks okay. The graphics are but not enough to warrant a $700 price tag, in my humble opinion. Now, moving on to the next topic. For those of you who don't know who XQC is one of the biggest Twitch streamers out on the market right now. I will say this. He is one of the more known streamers. He's that guy that has the long blonde hair and talks really fast. Apparently, his ex-girlfriend was trying to ruin him, and it completely backfired on her. Let's find out.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back
to
another
Optimus.
video here on the channel, and today
This is about his
we're talking
ex-girlfriend.
About XQC and his ex-girlfriend Adept. Now, I'll be honest. Usually,
Fucking name. Oh no.
I don't really keep up with like influencer relationships and stuff like that. I
Neither do I, but this seemed interesting enough.
just typically don't care.
Did
but
she
this
accuse him
is a
of something?
pretty
Don't spoil it, man.
special story, in my opinion, in comparison to most of the drama you typically hear surrounding, like, oh, YouTuber breaks up with other YouTuber, or influencer breaks up with other influencer. This one is so much more deep. I mean, not only was it one of the biggest, if not the biggest, like, common law marriage split up we've seen, but we're talking about two pretty notable
Wait, common law? Really? Oh boy.
online figures who were were basically in the midst of these massive court proceedings that were determining the freedom of people like XQC, more particularly, you know, tens of millions of dollars, all kinds of just insane things, right? And it's been a pretty long going process. In reality, a good portion of it already wrapped up months ago, but we finally got an update that I think is absolute justice, vindication, justice served, right? In this entire thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give like the layman's, I guess, of what led up to all of this, because this has been going on for years. I know a lot of people already
I figured as much.
But there's obviously people out there who don't. So
yeah, like me, I don't know what happened.
obviously XQC is one of the biggest streamers in the world. He was known for playing Overwatch back in the day and Overwatch League and whatnot. He was basically for years dating this female streamer and content creator by the name of Adept, and over time, obviously a lot of drama between the two ended up going pretty public. I mean, it gets to the point where they end up in court against one another. There's divorce proceedings being filed. There's sexual assault allegations. People are...
Blast called it, man. He called it.
Are trying to, you know, fight for their cars and their money. It's wild, right? So the reason I want to talk about this story, though, is because it's pretty obvious at this point that Adept was just trying to gold dig off of XQC. And this story, I think, is a very cautious tale for a lot of reasons. I mean, obviously, for the one that all it really takes to ruin a lot of these guys who are in successful positions and have money or whatever, have some sort of status, sometimes all it really takes is somebody just making up bullshit or false allegations about them, right? And that's literally what she tried to do. And I also think that this is one of the rare instances where the person who basically perpetuated all this bullshit actually kind of got some karma or some justice for what happened. Now,
What have I been telling you guys, man? Be careful who you hang around with, because the people you hang around with can ruin you the quickest.
Realistically, the ideal thing would be people would go to jail for making allegations like this that are false, but since...
I kind of agree with that. This is one of those cases where it's like, yo, she needs to be locked up for what she did. Hell, even if she doesn't get locked up, she should at least pay like a fine, which, judging by what I heard about this story, she paid out a lot.
Since this wasn't actually like a criminal court thing, it basically didn't go that way. So, I mean, where do we even want to fucking start? So the two, they lived in a state where there's this thing called common law marriage. Now, obviously, whenever you get married, there's usually like certificates and whatnot. You get the government involved in some way, but there's...
Yeah, basically, to all my non-American viewers, what common law is basically if you live together for a certain amount of time, the state considers you married. I believe that's how it works. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up on my phone. 1 second. Common law marriage. Here we go. A common law marriage is a legally recognized marriage between two people that don't involve a formal ceremony or marriage license. Basically what I just said.
There's some states where basically if you're boyfriend and girlfriend for long enough and you eventually just are like, yeah, we're married, and you say that and you kind of like represent yourself as married to people, you can basically be legally married. And so these two broke up, right? They were having problems, and they honestly broke up and got back together a bunch of times, but at one point they
that's not healthy.
Broke up, and she is saying that they were married, he's saying they weren't married, she's claiming that he bought her a ring and everything. It's a bunch of he said, she said, but the issue is she ends up trying to just push it as far as it can go. And obviously, you know, XQC throughout all of this is basically on the defense. You know, he's trying to literally defend his life, his reputation from everything that's going on. Now, the reason why she wants to represent it like they were married is because if she could go to court and like prove this common law shit or whatever to the judge, basically she could milk XQC. Obviously, in divorce proceedings, this happens a lot, right? Where it's pretty famously said, right? Like, if you're a guy and your wife leaves, man, she's fucking taken half. Like,
yeah, that's unfortunately the case. Now, granted, nowadays, I think like 90% of divorces in America don't involve alimony. So I don't know if she would have been able to do that, but yeah, half is crazy. But that there are instances where that does happen. Hell, there are instances where more than that is taken.
That's literally what she tried to do. And keep in mind, they were dating for years, so she had like a
10% is justified. Jesus.
time frame in a pretty decent chunk of his career to be trying to take money and possessions and shit from him with. And so she is just trying to gold dig and milk off this guy because they're having problems. So things start going bad or whatever. She feels like she's losing control of the situation. She basically goes for everything he's got. She then ends up filing this restraining order, okay? Claiming that, oh, XQC has me afraid. He's gonna harass me. He's been harassing me. He's been streaming all of our information and posting all this drama. I'm afraid.
Did she have
that,
receipts
if
for that?
he keeps doing this, his fans are gonna harass me and hurt me, and he's gonna dox me. It's all so bad, right? So throughout all of this, she's trying to paint XQC like he's just this fucking demonic monster. She's trying to not only milk him for everything that she can get out of him, but she's also trying to destroy his entire reputation to the entire world, basically, right? And I think that that right there is the scariest and most insane part of it all, right? Like, as we're gonna talk about, and as the proof has already come out before months ago, obviously XQC is innocent of basically everything I'm talking about here.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's never found guilty, any of that shit, right? But, you know, she puts out this fucking thing. She tries to file more paperwork, which would ban XQC from using his cars like his Tesla and his nice...
Half should only be proved if the guy did some real bad shit. Fair enough.
Like $300,000 McLaren. He wouldn't be allowed to...
I don't disagree with that.
Money, which, you know, I know a lot of people don't agree with gambling or whatever, but personally, it's my belief that a grown adult should be allowed to decide what they do with their own money, right? Well,
yeah, pretty much.
She disagreed because that would be more money that she could fucking, you know, hound off of him through this bullshit. She tried to, you know, ban him from buying clothes and whatnot that they deemed not to be appropriate or whatever. Just like basically trying to cripple what he can do with his money and with his life. And it's insane.
So basically, she was treating him like a child.
And by the way, right? Because, you know,
This is
there's
coming from a
people out there that actually
17-year-old,
do,
bro.
like, fucking insane, horrible things to their girlfriends. And
Yeah,
their
true.
other people, right?
You are
But
so.
he didn't really do any of this, you know? Like, all this shit that's being brought up is just fabrication. So she can milk him for what he's worth. And it's insane that it was being done, like, right in broad view, right? Literally right in fucking plain day. This is all happening publicly. There's arguments getting live streamed and shit. She's breaking into rooms while he's screaming and freaking the fuck out. Like, you know,
Jesus, she went that far? Yeah, this woman's crazy.
what I mean, like, it's
This
just
woman's
an
crazy.
insane situation. She literally was trying to, like, strong arm rob this guy, basically in front of the fucking fans and in front of the judges and shit. I mean, truth be told, how much more crazy can you get, right? To think that that's an acceptable and okay thing to do. Now, she claims in some of these court documents that he was unknowingly to her streaming their arguments, like in the live streams and whatnot. But a lot of these claims that she made are proven false because the chat records show that before she engaged in talking on the stream, she was typing in the chat asking him to, like, unlock the room door and stuff. So obviously she knew he was streaming, but she's telling the court in the documents, oh no, that's not what, I didn't know. I didn't know he was doing this. He's taking advantage of me. He's abusing me, yada yada, right?
So she's lying, pretty much.
So she's literally at this point lying to the fucking courts and making up things in the paperwork.
Isn't that perjury? I'm pretty sure that's perjury.
To muddy the reputation of this guy, trying to get money from him, trying to drag all this
And I'm
shit
pretty
out
sure that's a
like, you
crime,
know,
too.
civil court and whatnot. It's the most diabolical shit that you could really do to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you actually
Yeah,
have to
man.
be
What the
mentally
fuck?
fucking disturbed to think that this is an acceptable thing to do to somebody, right? Well, then in early 2023, okay, there's basically this situation where they stay at the same house
what that
again
is.
for a final time. It's like,
Perjury is basically you're lying under oath. And to my knowledge, it is a crime that could land you in jail.
emptied out or whatever. He spends the night with her. He probably claps cheeks. That's kind of like the fucking thought that everyone, I mean, you know, he stayed with her. Let's be real here. You know what adults do. But the next day, she ends up calling the fucking police and claiming that XQC, the dude that she filed a restraining order against and was staying in the same house with because she feared for her safety so terribly, she claims to the police that he sexually assaulted her.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
He goes and checks the mailbox and he says he finds paperwork basically blackmailing him, saying, hey, if you pay this massive financial settlement, you know, I won't go to the fucking media or tell people about what happened, about you sexually assaulting me. Obviously a complete fucking fabrication.
So she
That was
black. Oh
proven
my
later in
God.
court, and obviously he was cleared of wrongdoing. The investigation into the allegations was closed. No wrongdoing was found, you know what I mean? So it comes to a point where she's basically falsified these allegations that he assaulted her.
Yeah, sheesh.
Falsified that he's like harassed her and done all these terrible
All right,
things.
let me move forward because this is getting a little boring.
This family and everything was fractured. So not only did this psychotic bitch try to take all of his money and his possessions and ruin his life and, you know, accuse him of the most vile crime you can and all these other things, but she openly destroyed and fractured his relationship with his family for a period of time. And there's absolutely no sympathy for him from her or anything. Filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking court problems and whatnot. She ends up getting shut down. Well, yesterday we get the news that now Adept has filed for bankruptcy and
Where is it? Where is it?
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. So yeah, she filed for bankruptcy. That's as far as I'm getting with this. Isn't that ironic? Like, that's got to be. Yeah. So basically, she is.
Belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets now. But yeah, honestly, I'm only gonna say this about that. I don't know. I don't know how big. I think she can still own her house at the moment, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be living like paycheck to paycheck if she's even getting paid. But I'll be honest, she's got no sympathy for me. She's got no sympathy for me, man. Honestly, if you're gonna go out of your way to try and ruin somebody's life, you've got to be a special kind of evil. And then when this happens to you, like, seriously, man, like, why would you go? I could not imagine doing this to somebody just because they did something I didn't like. I would just move on, or at least try to move on, because that shit ain't healthy. But what do I know? Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode of The Doghouse. If you're on Twitch, please stay tuned for the after show. And if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. Now take a look at the meme of the day.
Get what you fucking deserve.
Hey there. Seems like you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Since you're here, why don't you do me a solid and click that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button, the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, join the Discord server, and all that good stuff. Hell, even click my affiliate links if you're feeling up to it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, this has been another episode of The Doghouse. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.